You see it behind me right here. The tarp is out on the field. It started raining here at Alex Box Stadium really about 10 minutes ago.
Jazz Ferguson, DJ Chark, Darius Geis, Darrell Williams, get them all involved. Throw to the tight end. Please throw to the tight end. Wisconsin threw to the tight end. They ate us up last time. Coach Jones, how you doing?
Doing great, man.
Good to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
First things first, I want to ask you, Ben Simmons, guy you coached last season, went #1 overall to the Philadelphia 76ers. How proud are you of him right now?
In the end, LSU held on to win, but they'll have to keep the offense rolling for the entire game when they travel to Auburn. Yes, it's been a long 2 months for head coach Johnny Jones, but even with the questions regarding his job status for next season, he still managed to crack a smile from the bench. 2 freshmen in the infield right in the corners, first and third, but of course, in the middle right there, you got the veteran presence with Kramer Robertson and Cole Freeman. Welcome back. I'm Sports Director Max Hawkins. Let's face it, a big reason people come to LSU is because we have a great football program. But have you ever heard of someone moving to Baton Rouge because the city has a good MMA gym? Well, that's one reason why this international student decided to become a Tiger. International LSU student George Frangie doesn't drink or smoke. His drug of choice is mixed martial arts, something he calls a healthy obsession.
I could do this all day, every day, you know. It's I don't get bored of it. It's like an adrenaline rush you can't really get anywhere else, you know.
Frangie was born in Suriname, a small country on the northeastern coast of South America. He came to the U.S. when he was 18 to get a good education. He picked LSU because he has family in Louisiana.
We don't have many people in the States, so coming close to family was like a good choice, and there's like a good school here.
Frangie started kickboxing when he was 14 years old to initially just get in good shape.
I went on a cruise ship on vacation, gained like 30 pounds in a week. I went from 210 to like 240. I was like, man, it's enough. Like the second I got back home, like I stopped cold turkey, I almost stopped eating. I started training like all day and night. Whenever I wasn't studying, whenever I wasn't like sleeping, I was training.
His training quickly turned serious though. 10 years later, Frangie's preparing for his second professional fight. He says the ultimate goal is to pursue a normal line of work, but until then, his gloves are staying on.
I put a lot of time into this, so like trying to see what I can get out of it while I'm in my prime, while I'm in like young years, you know. I would like to see how far I can take this, and after that, just resume my construction and architecture career.
His training partner, Mike Boyd, says Frangie's dedication will lead to big things down the road.
He's a freak. Like he doesn't take a day off. His days off, he's like swimming laps at LSU at the pool. Like that's his off day.
Frangie's next fight is May 13th at the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino. Now, Frangie told me he sparred once with UFC fighter Dustin Poirier shortly after joining the gym. He says Poirier went pretty tough on him, but he earned his respect, and then they became close friends. 12,609 fans gathered in the PMAC Sunday afternoon to watch the LSU gymnastics team meet with the Florida Gators. It was the third largest crowd in PMAC history, and sitting front row in the student section was Maddie Miller, a member of the Very Ferocious Tigers Gymnastics Club. She lived up to her billing, cheering ferociously for the Tigers the entire time.
Hey, hey, turn up! Ooh, ooh, ah, ah! Governor! Gets up there. It's mind blowing. Oh, every time. Oh, it's okay. Oh man.
LSU Gymnastics returns to the PMAC Friday night at 7:30 for a meet with New Hampshire. They'll honor seniors Ashley Natt, Sydney Ewing, and Shay Zamarty in their final regular season meet of the season. Sergeant Robert Penson had no clear plans after leaving the Marine Corps in 2014.
I had no purpose in life anymore. When you get out and you're transitioning into the civilian lifestyle, you have a structured routine in your life that just diminishes completely, and now you're on your own.
So he decided to go into business for himself. 2 years after his active duty ended, he opened his own company, Freedom Services, in April of 2016. Freedom Services is an exterior cleaning service operating on the residential and commercial levels, but unlike your average pressure washing company, Robert only hires U.S. veterans.
Ultimately, what I'm trying to create here is a large brotherhood that we can all lean on each other, get work done, serve the community, while also serving each other.
One of his employees is Adam Shaw, a Marine from Ohio who deployed to Afghanistan with him in 2012. Adam worked for DirecTV after he got out of the Marine Corps.
You know, I wasn't the happiest. A corporate office isn't the best place for a recently separated veteran.
3 months ago, Robert asked him to move to Baton Rouge to work with Freedom Services. Adam says it was one of the best decisions he's ever made.
So that's the cool thing about Freedom Services is you kind of feel like you're back in the military just enough. You know, it's kind of like the happy medium of, you know, feeling the camaraderie but not having to wake up and go run at 5.
Freedom Services also donates 10% of its revenue to Folds of Honor, a nonprofit organization that supports children in kindergarten through 12th grade who've lost their parents in combat.
Knowing what their parent has gone through, it definitely makes me feel a sense of honor and a sense of appreciation.
Robert says he's thankful to be in Baton Rouge serving a community that appreciates his work.
As the support has been unmatched in anything I've ever done in my life.
And he's happy doing this forever.
I will never stop until I die, because this is what truly matters to me in my heart. I know it's a good cause. I know it's gonna work.
For Tiger TV, I'm Max Hawkins.
Boom.
Well, after giving up a big lead to UNO Tuesday night, the LSU Tigers baseball team got back in the win column yesterday. Reporter Madeline Bassett has more. LSU's next game is Friday at 7 p.m. The game is the first in a 3-game series against Maryland. Now, the Tigers have scored 40-run runs over 5 games thus far. Pretty good numbers. Outfielder Greg Dykman's gone yard 3 times already. We spoke to LSU coach Paul Maneri today about Dykman's strong start. He said it could evolve into something legendary. Now on to a little bad news, but only if you're an Ole Miss fan, that is. The Rebels announced yesterday they'll go on a self-imposed bowl ban next season. That means the school will lose out on the $7.8 million it earns in the SEC postseason bowl purse. The Rebels came under scrutiny last spring due to the alleged recruiting violations and an illegal benefits scandal. The allegations range from giving recruits free meals to the very extreme, such as fixing their ACT scores. Now, on the bright side for the Rebels, when they play LSU next season, they won't have to worry about Leonard Fournette rushing for nearly 300 yards on them. You saw that above there. He's going to the NFL. However, they'll still have to face Darius Guice, so actually things not looking good for Ole Miss at all.